All right, everybody, welcome back to
No.
Talk Sports.
Oh,
We are here on the 26th of December, the day after Christmas. We decided to do a little pod post Christmas to get everyone through the Christmas weekend, holiday, everything extravaganza.
ho,
Pete
ho,
came,
ho.
yeah, Pete came prepared here with his Santa hat and his Raiders shirt. I'm not prepared. I'm wearing my new symbiote Spider-Man shirt via Nick Barba
He's
for
web slinging right
Christmas,
now.
web slinging. Um, we're going to talk a little bit. I don't know really how long we will go, but we're going to definitely get something out because I was very disappointed um, with the audio quality of the last episode for Spotify and Apple. The YouTube version is perfectly fine. But now we have a new audio setup here that is hopefully the correct one, and everything should be ready to roll. Um, so, with that being said, we have a request to start off the show from a previous guest that we've had on the show numerous times, Mister
The the pooch.
the Pooch Man. So we have to make sure we get his wishes in here, and he wants us to talk about the New York Yankees and why they have not signed anyone at
What do you
all.
whoa, 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 whoa. What do you mean they haven't signed anyone? Don't you know? We've got Trent Grisham
So we're bringing back a bench outfielder. I'm so happy we signed him.
that disappeared during the playoffs.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. You're right. We also just re-signed Blackburn. Thank God for
Oh,
him. The guy who we used the least in the bullpen. Really awesome. I think we re-signed one more person,
we
possibly.
did isn't it it's an infielder, Caballero,
Caballero. Oh, come on, Sean. I ain't dealing with you right now. Caballero. Oh, yeah.
maybe somebody.
Look at that face in the corner. I love it.
This
YouTube is
is
gonna get a beautiful face with that. Um, yeah, Caballero. No, 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 no. Ahmed Rosario.
Rosario. I'm sorry.
Rosario.
I apologize. I apologize. But you know what? I wouldn't get this wrong if it was Bregman or if it was Polar Bear or if it was Tucker or if it was any of the Japanese players or anybody of substance or quality. I wouldn't have gotten it wrong.
Yeah. Well, exactly. So,
Tell me where the lie is. Oh, wait, there wasn't one.
nope. So we have to.
Let- Let's
Yeah.
talk about it.
Let's let's talk about it real quick.
Let's talk about
Let's
it.
talk about it.
So,
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. The Yankees are a joke. I mean, they're just total joke. I mean, they're like the rest of these owners right now, besides the Dodgers and even the Mets. They're all these owners are terrified of this impending work stoppage that no one wants to spend any money because they don't know what the CBA is going to look like. They don't know if there's going to be a salary cap or a salary floor. They don't know what kind of taxes are going to be if there's a new tax apron. So everyone's just scared. Everyone's just scared. That's why Cody Bellinger is a free agent still. That's why Kyle Tucker is still a free agent. Like there is no market for anybody. Um, the only people that have really been signed is Alonso. The A's re-signed Soderstrom. That's a pretty decent deal. The White Sox signed Merikawi, the Japanese first base slugger, to a really cheap deal. 2 years, 34 million. And it's kind of like a prove it deal. I mean, the Yankees don't have a first baseman on the roster. I mean, I thought they were super connected to him. Um, you know,
Hal
the,
Steinbrenner shits that. Like, what are we doing? Like,
that's less money per year than what Jazz is making right now. Like that's
I
less.
just, I, I don't know. I thought I knew the Yankees, but apparently the Yankees are moonlighting actually as like it's ever see Scooby Doo the show?
Yes.
So like right now, Hal Steinbrenner is walking around as Hal Steinbrenner, and he's like the New York Yankees. But then when like they pull the mask off, oh my God, we're the Oakland Athletics. Like that's
It's not, they're worse. They're worse. The Athletics have spent more money than the Yankees. Jeff Passan actually on Christmas, Jeff Passan, I'm going to find it. I'm actually going to find it because I think it's very important for people to hear this. Jeff Passan actually created a list on Christmas Day. Um,
shout out to Jeff Passan too.
shout out to the best, just the absolute best in the business, Jeff Passan. He actually made a list of all the teams that have spent the most money and the teams that have, I guess, lost the most money in outgoing free agents. So I'm going to go ahead and follow or try to see if I could find him here.
Outgoing free agent. So I mean, well, obviously, does Soto count against us because because that's $700 million out the door.
Oh, yeah. Pete Fairbanks went to the Marlins. Oh, Ryan O'Hearn. That was a big signing for, that's a first baseman that we really need. That must have been really cool.
Like
Uh,
we're man, I just I'm at a loss for words when it comes to the Yankees this year specifically. Um, but I mean, all right. So right now
all
we
right, I
still
got it. I got it. I got it.
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. So the team that has spent the most money in free agency so far is the Blue Jays. They've spent $277 million. The Baltimore Orioles are the number two spender. So that's two AL East
AL East,
teams
yep.
at the top with $185.1 million spent. Philadelphia has spent $182 million. The Mets have spent $113 million. I don't know where. Maybe that's who have they signed where they've spent 114 million.
the Mets.
Yeah.
Um, let's see.
All right, here,
Well,
let
we
me
signed
read.
they signed Devin Williams,
Oh, all right, that's right. They signed Luke Weaver.
Jorge Polanco.
That's right. They gave $50 million to Jorge Polanco. All right, now that's starting to make some sense. All right, so that's smart to make some sense. Um, yeah, so the top five is Toronto, Baltimore, Philadelphia, the Mets, and Atlanta. And then we have there are two total teams that haven't signed anybody, and that is Boston and Colorado. They spent exactly $0 in free agency.
Hate to see that, by the way.
Boston is though they have acquired $56.4 million in salary via trade, so they have been trading for players. But again, number two in that is Baltimore with 25.8. So Baltimore has been very active.
Baltimore understood the assignment.
Yeah, even the A's, the Oakland A's, they're fourth in trade incoming value. I mean, when this list was made before the Soderstrom extension, so this should really shoot the A's all the way up into because they were at 3 million at the time of the list was made, 86 million plus three, that's 89 million. That actually puts them above the Dodgers in total spending this free
Wow.
agency, which is kind of crazy. The Pittsburgh, they spent 20 additional 29 million, so that would jump them in front of the Diamondbacks and the Cubs, put them right at the White Sox. But like, so everyone's probably wondering, well, where are the Yankees on this list? Let me tell you. The Yankees in free agency have spent a total of $29 million. That's the 22 million for Trent Grisham, another 2 million for Blackburn, and another couple million for another player that they brought back. They currently rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then, well, yeah, because they jumped them. So they actually sit 15th, middle of the pack total for total spending. They have been outspent by the Pittsburgh Pirates, the Oakland Athletics, the Chicago Cubs, the Arizona Diamondbacks. Well, that's not really too surprising. The Diamondbacks spend. The Chicago White Sox, the Detroit Tigers, and then a bunch of other really big contenders. And this ownership and GM want to tell us to our faces that they're serious about winning a championship. Like, miss me with all of it. Like, we miss me. Me and John and Jason actually have a little bet where by opening day, if the payroll is above 300 million, me and Jason got to give John 25 bucks. If the payroll is under 300 million, he has to give us 25 bucks. It's the easiest $25 I'm ever going to make in my life. So there's no way that, I mean, it was a point of contention with Hal in his press conference earlier this offseason. I don't want to be above 300 million.
I mean, every year that's we have we have to pay the luxury tax. We're paying for other teams. Like you're the New York Yankees. That's what it is. Like, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, you're the New York Yankees.
It's
You are the New York Yankees.
and you know what? You can't try to win like the Athletics or the Pirates or the Rays because the Yankees aren't built, their infrastructure isn't built to do that. So they can't even win as the Yankees, let alone trying to win as a small market team. It's
And
just not gonna work.
how about these small markets taking advantage of all these big market teams hesitant to spend money because of this new CBA that's going to come in? So they're like, okay, we're going to take this opportunity to get some pretty decent players. And we're seeing little small market teams spending more money than some of the bigger teams because they don't care because it's not going to really hurt their bottom line because they don't spend money anyway. So
No. What do they
what do they
what
care?
what do they care?
What do they care?
It doesn't matter. But I mean, again, if you think about it though, like the free agents that are still out there, right? You got somebody like Kyle Tucker who
I mean, who's he going to?
that's what I'm getting
Is
at.
it the Blue Jays? Is he just going to go to the Blue Jays?
Like th they're obviously what they're gonna get is definitely drastically changing. So I never would have thought a Kyle Tucker would have been sitting out there as a free agent still. I could see Bellinger, he's older and he's he can kind of pick and choose like at this stage of his career where I understand I'm not going to make top dollar somewhere. Um, but even the Japanese pitcher, he's still out there, right?
Yep, Imai, who the Yankees
Yep.
aren't going to get, by the way.
They're not going to get, and he even went on record said that he didn't want to play for the Dodgers. He said he wanted to take down the Dodgers. So, I mean, you would think with that kind of mentality, you'd be like, yeah, let's go get him. Bo Bichette, he's still available.
Yeah, Bo
We
Bichette's
we
still out there.
we we could use a shortstop, but no. Belly. I know Dan said in the chat today that he really felt that Bellinger was coming back, but again, he's a Scott Boras client and may the highest dollar win.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Framber Valdez available. Could use a pitcher again.
yeah, well,
Bregman.
we need a pitcher until Cole and Rodon get back. Like, we need
Yeah,
someone to anchor the front.
we're not gonna see Colin Rodon until
June.
end of May. Yeah.
Yeah, Cole end of May, Rodon end of June. So we need someone that's going to go behind Max Fried for a little bit. You know, like we need another anchor to get us through that first part of the
Yeah,
season.
who all right, so let's do that. What's our rotation look like right now?
Cock. Our rotation looks like Stranger Things Volume 2 writing. That's what it looks like. Shit. I broke Pete with that. Well, all right. Well, what is our rotation? Max Fried is the
Max
current
Fried,
ace. Well, Clark Schmidt's going to be out all of next year too because of
all
Tommy
of
John.
all of Tommy John out all of next year. He's
Um,
gone. Schlittler, he'll be in,
Schlittler, he's I guess this current number two. Um,
which
who's
is
that?
crazy because he was barely a five until the end of the year.
Yeah, and then he turned it on. So, all right. Well, that's two. Who's number three?
God,
Oh,
are
I'm
we?
sorry, Ryan Yarbrough. That's the other player the Yankees brought back. They're converting him into a starter.
So he'll be our five probably.
Well, he'll be our three. What are you talking about?
Well, Luis Heel will be our three.
Yeah, that's right. Luis Hill will be our three if he's not traded.
Luis Heel. Well, I mean, at this point, I don't think you can trade him.
No, well, now you can't because you fucked yourselves. So
And Will Warren.
great. What an enthralling pitching staff.
How is it every year that we scream from the mountaintops, right? That pitching is our number one position of need. And every year it seems like, all right, we do something, but then the following year, it's still not enough.
It's not enough. You know what's enough? Tariq Schoolball's enough. Like I know we need more offense, and our offense was more of a detriment to us last year than our pitching. Like I
But our
understand
pitching
that.
is shit right now.
What right now as it currently stands
Our starting pitching is our
is not
biggest
good.
need.
Yeah.
It's our biggest area of need. And you know what? I don't care if you say, all right, well, you're going to get Cole back and you're going to get Rodon back, but all right, what are they going to be like? We have no idea. Cole is what, 34?
He's 35. He'll be
Okay.
35 for the
A
start of next season.
35-year-old arm coming off of TJ. Who knows what he's going to be like? Rodon finally figured out how to pitch in New York, and he's coming off of an elbow injury. I
It's just lovely, let me tell you.
I
They're
don't
banking on Heel being really good, and they're
and
banking
he's
on
not. He's
which
not
he's
really
not,
good.
which he's not.
He's streaky.
And they're banking on Schittler. It's Schittler. I'm not calling him Schlittler yet. It's Schittler until further notice for the 2026 campaign.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He's Schlittler because
Whatever,
he
Schlittler.
that wild card game that he pitched was phenomenal.
Whatever. Schlittler. Um, sure, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt too. I'm sure he'll be okay. But then
Will Warren's not that
Will
good.
Warren is as good as my doormat that I have. Who else is there? What was and Ryan
Yarborough.
Yarbrough, who's going to be a converted starter from a bullpen guy. I mean, give me a break. Just
I
give me
mean,
a break.
if they don't go get Zach Gallen, he's available.
Yeah, and you know what? He probably wouldn't cost too much. Like I'll take Zach Allen right now. And it's not like we need this ridiculous arm. We need a solid arm so
A
that they can be
stopgap,
just a stopgap.
a,
Exactly.
a third man in the rotation, a four man in the rotation. That's what I'm looking for.
Someone.
Someone,
Someone with an arm
someone,
and lungs.
someone who, yeah. So give me a guy that could throw 90 miles an hour. I'll take
Yeah,
like
can you paint the corner with 95? Good. We'll sign you to a
what's
contract.
what's Greg Maddux doing right now? Someone call Andy Pettit up.
I mean, he's already in the building as a pitching advisor. So,
Oh, good. Maybe he needs to advise himself to paint the
I
corners.
mean, because apparently the only free agent the Yankees want is Cody Bellinger. Like, he's the only one they want to really bring back. And you know what? If you do bring him back, now you have Trent Grisham in there. And Dan made a great point last week. You know, what do you do with Spencer Jones? Like, does Spencer Jones
Well, if
take
you're bringing back Bellinger, you could play him at first base too.
You know what? If they bring back Bellinger, he should play first base, not Ahmed Rosario. I do not want a platoon of Ahmed Rosario and Ben Rice at first base. I will lose my fucking mind on
So why? All right. Why wouldn't Ben Rice play full time at first?
because his defense is awful, and I'd rather him be a catcher. He needs to be in
I,
the lineup every day. So he either needs the platoon catcher and DH with
he's gonna have
Stanton,
the platoon catcher, DH, and first base.
or just sign Bellinger, convert him to a first baseman, which is what he was with the Dodgers towards the end of his Dodger tenure. He was a
And,
first baseman.
and he played first base for the Cubs.
Yeah, and he played first base for the Cubs. Maybe that's why they want him so badly, is they want him to play first base so that this beloved Spencer Jones can finally come up and play left field, because
I,
Dominguez is currently hitting 182 in the Colombian Winter League. I mean, what a bust he is. Another one of these famed Yankees prospects that hasn't worked out. I mean, there hasn't been a single prospect that's ever worked out for the Yankees besides Aaron Judge. Like literally none of them. None of them. Not a single one. I want you to name me one that has a successful that is successful and is solid and is really good in the MLB besides Aaron Judge. That is Yankees homegrown that they drafted, not someone that they traded. So Gleyber Torres doesn't count.
Labor doesn't count.
I will wait.
Gary Sanchez is out of the league, I'm pretty sure.
No, he's in Baltimore.
All right, well, he's hanging on.
He was shit. He's terrible. He's not good.
He had 2 good years.
He had 2 good years in pinstripes. That's it.
Um, oof, boy, it's a good one.
Yeah, well,
It's a
almost as
good
if their
one.
farm system stinks.
Their farm system it's a fugazi.
It is a fugazi because everyone's like, "Oh, they got such good prospects." Well, you know what?
Yeah,
They don't turn
and
into anything, so you
but
might as well trade them.
exactly. This reminds me of we had a pitcher, and I can't think of his name off the top of my head. He was a short kid. He was like 5'9", and they were like, this guy is just lighting up single A. And then all of a sudden, like he was striking out like 15 guys a game. And then they shot him up to double A, mowing people down, triple A, burning people. They called him up and he was trash. I was just like, what? They would, and they were like, we will not trade this guy. Like, we're no, ours, mine, like Scrooge McDuck,
Bro,
holding all of these prospects are
they
mine,
never
mine,
work
mine.
out. They never, ever, ever work out.
That's why
They have a horrendous track record.
Dan says it best. Fuck the prospects. Trade the prospects.
Yeah, I want proven, guaranteed talent that can win me a World Series, not a what if. Because guess what? Spencer Jones is a what if. I don't care what anybody says. I don't. I don't care that he's this Titanic man, but he's a lefty, and we need more righties in the lineup. So he is a complete opposite of what you want in your lineup anyway. You know, they keep talking about, oh, we need more righties. We need more righties. Okay, so is Bo Bichette a righty? Is Alex Bregman a righty?
Boom.
Okay, so that fixes your problem, and then you could put Jones in left field.
It was Davy Garcia. That's who the
Oh, I remember Devi Garcia. Bro, what a super bust he was. Holy shit.
he was like the next. He's right now. He's only 26 years old.
Where is he? He's probably out of
He's a free agent.
means he's out of the league. Cool.
He's out of the league.
Yeah. What a
Yeah,
great
he
job by the Yankees.
played for the Yankees and the White Sox.
When did he last play? Last year?
I'm going right now. Hang on. 2024.
So 2 years ago was the last time he played.
Yeah,
That's atrocious.
his record with the White Sox in 2024 is 1-2 with a bloated 7.07 earned run average.
Yeah. So he was a bust.
Yeah,
Total bust. So this is
and
what I mean. The Yankees are literally incapable of developing prospects. Because
if
guess
you all
what?
right, so if you dial that back in 2020, we'll say he was on our like he was probably our
He's,
top three prospect.
oh yeah.
In 2020, we could have traded him for whoever was like the top dog in 2020.
before they became free agents. Corey Seager, they could have traded 2020. No, that was after Machado and the Harper free agency because that was 2019.
But
Um,
all right, he was probably a highly touted prospect in 2019 too.
yeah, he probably was. It doesn't change. So yeah, I mean that's what we're talking about here, folks. Is the Yankees have literally not developed a single prospect on their own that they have drafted since we have been watching baseball, besides Aaron Judge.
Dare I say, since Derek Jeter.
Aaron Judge and Derek Jeter. I mean, that's it, right? I mean, Aaron Judge is obviously the main one because he was homegrown, but I really want someone to tell me or name me a Yankees player that they drafted, that they developed, and that they started, or is at least being decent or good for another team. And we already laid out the ones that came to our mind. I mean, Tyler Austin, maybe he's kind of meh, but I think they traded for him too. So, and Gleyber Torres is a solid second baseman, but we got him in the Aroldis Chapman deal. That was Chicago's
Yeah,
draft
he
pick,
came from Chicago.
so it's not ours. So that doesn't count. So yeah, that's why I wanted these kids traded. Remember, everyone was talking about how amazing Volpe was doing in Double A. We're going to bring him up to the Major League Baseball because we need a shortstop and we want a local hero to, they're all about sentimentality. And Volpe's a bust. He's just not a good player. He's a bust. Another one of these ridiculously touted prospects that turned out to not be good. Remember, Jason Dominguez was the number one prospect in baseball 2 years ago.
Oh, the Martian, the
The
Martian, the
Martian, the Martian. Now he's awful. Now he's borderline untradeable.
Martian.
So I'm tired of it. Get these kids out of here. They can't play Yankee baseball because they can't develop them. Aaron Judge was his own. It's his own. He's just an anomaly because when you're a once in a generation type player, it doesn't matter. Like it just does not matter. So until the Yankees actually decide to start doing that, the Yankees aren't going to win, folks. They're just
So,
not going to win.
so baseball reference, ranking the all-time best Yankees based on homegrown drafted.
Okay.
Number one, Derek Jeter. Number two, Andy Pettit.
Okay.
Number three, Ron Guidry. Number four, Thurman Munson.
So we're talking like 30, 40 years ago so far.
More than that. 1968, Thurman Munson.
Oh my Lord.
Don Mattingly, 1979. Jorge Posada, 1990. Mariano Rivera. Bernie Williams. Aaron Judge.
So every major homegrown Yankee prospect is from the 60s and 90s.
Yeah.
That's atrocious. And then Aaron Judge.
And Aaron Judge.
So
Oh my
I don't ever want to
God.
hear anyone ever tell me we need to hold on to a specific prospect ever, ever, ever again. I never want to hear it. I cannot
What?
believe that list is insane. So I really hope John is listening to this. I really hope he's listening to this. I don't give a shit about Spencer Jones. I don't give a shit about Jason Dominguez. They need to be traded.
Okay, and so all right, so we're gonna name right now. All right, here is some of our prospects that were like the most highly touted that didn't pan out.
Oh, this list is going to be long.
This is according to Bleacher Report. So number one, Brian Taylor. Never even heard of the guy.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him. This was 1991. He was the first overall pick in 1991.
Oh my God.
Never heard of. Number two, Ruben Rivera.
Never heard of him either.
He was actually cousins with, I remember him. He is cousins of Mariano Rivera.
Oh, so they just picked his family member because they thought maybe they could replicate it. So
And
they're idiots.
he was an outfielder in the mid 90s, and
So
his
they're
highest
idiots.
oh yeah, and his biggest accolade was he got in trouble because he stole Derek Jeter's glove and sold
Great.
it.
Phenomenal.
Jesus Montero, he was a
Great.
catching prospect.
I remember him.
Yep. He
Was never any good.
never any good. Um, let's see. Jabba Chamberlain.
I like Jabba. Jabba would turn was an okay pitcher.
He was an okay pitcher,
He
but
was
they messed
okay.
with him too much
Yeah.
because he was supposed to be a starter,
Yep.
but then they brought him up, but then they limited his innings.
Yeah, because they're idiots because they don't know what they're doing.
And then they converted him into a relief pitcher, which he did pretty decent as a relief pitcher. And then they tried to make him a starter again.
Because they're
And
idiots. Because they don't know what to do. Because they're just hoping that whoever they draft is just good. Because they don't know how to develop. Because they're so used to the real Yankee way, which is get talent and spend money on other free agents. That now that they've had to develop talent since the original dynasty of the 90s and the one random championship from in '09, they don't know what to do because like, oh shit. You know, it's
nothing hit me more than you just saying that random championship that they won in 2009, because you know what? That's exactly what it
it's
was.
exactly what it was. It was a random championship. They should have won multiple with A-Rod and Jeter. Multiple. Jeter should have
Oh,
like 7 rings, 8 rings, literally. So I'm done. There's no hope, folks. I mean, I will say it until there's no more breath in these lungs. The Yankees are never going to win another championship ever again. They're just not going
man.
to do it.
We we
As
we
long as Hal
really,
Steinbrenner is this owner,
yeah.
they're never going to win
As
another
long as he's the
championship
owner and
again.
Brian Cashman's
The GM,
the GM.
and as long
And
as Aaron Boone is the manager,
but you know what? I as you're gonna Aaron Boone is not so much the problem as it is Hal Steinbrenner and Cashman. I
no, but
know
he's a problem because
he's not
he
he's
lost
that
them
no, he's
15 games last year.
he's absolutely a problem, and he's a major reason why we did not win the World Series.
He's the main reason we didn't win the World Series. He's the main reason we didn't win the division this year because he kept throwing out the corpse of Devin Williams and he blew 10 saves. That's an extra 10 wins that we should have had. We would have won the division. Then we would have had home field against the Blue Jays. And then everything might be different. So, yes, he is a huge problem.
Yeah, he's all right. He's a massive
He's
problem.
a massive
All right,
problem.
never mind. I take it back. All three of them need to go right
Yeah,
now.
they all three need to go. Until that happens, I've been saying it for the last 7 years. Before I even started the podcast, they will never win another championship ever again.
But you know what?
Just like Dan
It's
Campbell said. Just like Dan Campbell said after the 2023 NFC Championship game. We may never get our shot again. And that was the Yankees in 2024. That was their shot. They had the easiest route ever to the World Series because they played the feeble AL Central, and then they got into the World Series and were about to steal Game 1 with Juan Soto and Aaron Judge going back to back. They were about to steal Game 1. And then this manager decided to, instead of putting in Tim Hill, who is a specialist against hitters like Shohei Ohtani, he pulls a guy that hasn't pitched in 45 days.
he put Nestor Cortez
He
in,
put Nestor
and
Cortez in there.
Freddie Freeman took him to the fucking parking lot.
So anyone that actually still believes that the Yankees will do anything at all are either so delusional and brainwashed by modern baseball that they just don't care anymore, or they need psychiatric help
Listen,
because it's just not it's
after
almost a guarantee. It's almost a guarantee that they don't win, especially this year. I guarantee it.
they might as well, like, Hal Steinbrenner may, like, just get on a press conference and say the New York Yankees are never going to really compete and we're never going to win, but we will take your money and we'll see you every year, and that's it.
You want to see change? People got to stop going to games, man. They got to stop going to games. But unfortunately, until Aaron Judge retires, they're going to keep going to games because he's just one of these figures. He's like a baseball he's baseball mythology. Like
Yeah, well,
him.
I mean, he's the Babe Ruth of our.
He's Barry
He's the
Bonds. He's
yeah the
our Barry
greatest. He's the
Bonds.
greatest hitter in
He's the
base he,
greatest right-handed hitter that we may ever see.
ever.
So he's baseball mythology. He's immortal. He is an immortal player in this sport.
And
So
he started so late.
started so late, 26.
Imagine
Yeah,
he would
imagine if he started
he would
like 4 years
annihilate
younger.
he would have annihilated the home run record legit, and would have shit on it.
Yeah. Well, he might get close. I mean, he might get close if he hits 50 every year. Because how many does he have right now total career?
Go into the Let me continue on. I'll go into the
Okay,
sources here.
I mean he's got to be 350 plus by now because he was 50 his rookie year, 62 that one year. He had 56 last year, 52 another year,
Dude, he
40.
hit 40 the year that he was at like almost 40 at All-Star break before he blew out his big toe.
Yeah, in the cement of Dodger Stadium too. By the way,
So Aaron Judge for his career
it's probably
sits
like 329.
368 home runs.
Okay, so if he hits 50 this year, he's already over 400 for his career.
Now he's going to clear 400.
Yeah, he's going to clear 500
He'll clear
easily.
500 in the next 3 seasons.
Yeah. So let's say he plays till he's like 38, 39, and he's just a DH. Like, he'll get close. He'll
Wow,
get
that's all
close.
right. That's a conversation to have.
Yeah, that's a conversation to have because, by the time he retires, he'll probably have around 600 if he stays healthy and he, averages like 30 to 40 home runs a year.
Hang on, I'm on Baseball Reference right now, and for
What's his projections? Do they have like a projection of what his career will be?
uh, let me take a look to see if they have that. Because right now I'm comparing him next to Barry Bonds,
Well, I'm sure. Well, he's better than Mary Bonds. So
but I'm just let's see, it's regular season. Okay, trying to see. I just want to see what Barry Bonds was at this point in his career because I'm trying to see how old Barry Bonds was when he started. Barry Bonds started when he was 21.
okay, Judge started when he was 26.
Um, Judge 24.
Oh, 24. Okay.
So let me just, I want to take out Barry Bonds' first 3 seasons, 16, 25, and 24. Because Barry Bonds didn't hit a fucking chunk of his home runs until he was on the gas later in his
Later in his
career.
career.
It's only 65.
I wonder if they have like a little projection thing. All right, so there is a little something here. So Aaron Judge is projected to finish his career anywhere from between 570 home runs to 600. So it's between 572 and 645.
Wow.
That's for his career. So that's insane for someone that started at 24 and someone who's clean and natural. He's
Clean, natural, and I mean,
He'll probably win one or two more MVPs by then too. I mean, he'll be one of the greatest players ever.
uh,
He'll be, you know what? He will be the greatest player to never win a ring because he's never winning a ring. too, by the way.
Oh, let's not talk like that. Let's,
Listen,
let's not talk like that.
I
And you
listen.
really can't count his 24-year because he only played 27 games. He hit 4 home runs in his call up year.
All right, so 25. So from 25, he started at
25.
25.
Because 25, he banged out 52 home runs.
Yeah,
And then he he got hurt twice. He did 27 homers, and then we had the shortened 2020 season. And then he hit 39 home runs, and then he hit 62, and then he hit 37 and blew out his big toe. And he hit 58, 53. What a dog.
yeah, generational player. And you know what? He's just going to be one of those players, just like Barry Bonds, ringless. He will be ringless, I promise you. He will be ringless. If he does win a ring, it'll be when he's an older guy on a different team that actually cares about winning.
Stop that. He's
But
gonna be a
he's
Yankee. He's gonna be a Yankee for life. Don't.
exactly. That's the only way he would win, though, is if he decided to leave. But he's a Yankee for life. He's never leaving the Yankees, so he's never going to win. So there you go. I promise you. I promise you. I'm never wrong about this team. I'm always right about this team. So with that being said, we're going to move on. We've talked too much Yankees. I gave John his wish, and I'm sure he'll be able to be have steam come out of his fucking ears.
Pooch, this one was for you, and now I'm depressed.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
So football news here. We had the Christmas games that were just horrific. I didn't watch a
Oh
single
God.
second of
Yeah,
it.
all right. Can we all right. We'll jump right into it. RIP to my emotional support team. Detroit Lions, you're done.
Yep,
I think
Lions
Dan Campbell gets
eliminated.
fired.
What's crazy is the Vikings are 8-8, and they've had the worst quarterback play in the whole league.
They got some guy that should be bagging groceries at Piggly Wiggly.
I read someone's tweet today about Max Brosmer, and they said the gap in quarterback talent between Josh Allen and Max Brosmer is larger than the gap in quarterback talent from Max Brosmer and me and you. And that's probably true.
It's wildly accurate.
It's wildly accurate. I mean, just I don't know how. That's how you know the Vikings just have a world class coaching staff there to be 8-8, possibly finish the season with a winning record, thanks to Kevin O'Connell and
He should be coach of the year.
Brian Flores. Well, he's the reigning coach of the year. The problem is JJ McCarthy is a bust, and he's going to get blamed for that, and he should get blamed for that. Vrabel is going to be coach of the year, so that's neither here nor there. But the Lions without Ben Johnson have been a shell of themselves. And same thing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're seeing a trend. Don't let the genius out the building or promote the genius and get rid of the guy who isn't the genius. Because Dan Campbell has coached this team out of the playoffs. He's coached this team out of a Super Bowl because of all the chances he continuously took. And all these people are just ragging on Jared Goff is crazy. Jared Goff has been nothing but spectacular for the Lions. And you know what? Yes, he's probably a system quarterback, but he's one of the best system quarterbacks you can have. He's taken the Rams to the Super Bowl in the right system. He doesn't elevate guys around him, but he is one of the best in the business when he has talent around him. So
Yep.
you can win with him. And there's talent on that team. I think Brian Flores is the best defensive coordinator in football. It's just he won't be a head coach because the NFL is currently having him blackballed because of the ongoing lawsuit between him, the league, and the Giants for claiming racism. So he's a clown. He's a dipshit, and I hope he never gets a head coaching job, and he probably won't. But he's a defensive mastermind, and that just proved it. Like the Lions are in last place. The Vikings are above them in the division.
That's
That is
insane.
wild. So I mean, that's a big storyline there. The Chiefs were down to the third stringer. Fucking his name was Chris Aluadukin. Like I'm almost positive that Andy Reid found him at a burger joint on when he was having lunch and said, "Hey man, can you throw 10 yards?" So I mean, and he actually didn't look. He was just pedestrian. He was horrible. And I don't know I don't know if the Broncos were sleeping, but the fact that they barely escaped the Chiefs when they were playing someone that doesn't even belong on a football field. I mean, the
But
Broncos
that's
clutch up
that
in the fourth, but I'm not too sure about the
that's
Broncos.
been their MO all season though.
Yeah, they're just
Is
asleep for the
they've
first three
they've
quarters.
ride this fine line of keeping keeping the other team in the game for way longer than necessary, and then turning it into this fourth quarter magic comeback or magic hold. Like
Yeah.
they that's gonna bite them in the ass. I understand that they like their record is what it is, but you can't do that against a team like the Patriots or
The
dare I,
Bills.
even the Buffalo Bills. You cannot
Yeah.
do that against a Josh Allen or a Drake May.
I mean, they were getting their shit destroyed by Jackson Dart, and then they blew the game because the Giants had Hitler as their defensive coordinator. So, I mean,
Oh my
if it was any
God.
other defensive coordinator, the Giants destroy the Broncos. They destroy the Broncos. So,
Oh my God. Oh, a Hitler reference on this podcast. Good Lord.
I mean, I don't know. I think the Broncos are pretenders. I mean, I don't know how you have such issues going up against, the
Ooh, that
Chiefs.
all right, that's fun. Let's go through the standings and we'll do contender or pretender.
Cool. We'll
I
do that.
I like that. Hang on one second.
We're as you can tell, folks, we're improv in
Yeah,
this
we're
whole
we're
episode.
we're flying by the seat of our pants right now because
Post
the
Christmas show. Post Christmas
this
show.
is the Christmas edition right now. All right. So New England Patriots.
They're not pretenders. They're the real deal. And you know what? That team stinks. There's no talent on that roster, but they're. I want to say because very technically, when you look at the stats, they have the same amount of wins against teams above 500 as the New York Football Giants do, and that's two. So that's a very interesting stat to keep an eye on. But I think Mike Vrabel's the real deal, and I think Drake May is the real deal.
Real deal. Yeah.
Um,
I think
so
I think Travion Henderson's the real deal too, but for whatever reason,
like that was a rough loss to the Bills, but I think that was a wake up call because I think that team is really young.
yeah.
I'm not saying
Um,
they're going to go on a run, but I think they're a legit team.
Buffalo Bills.
They're legit. They're all as long as Josh Allen is breathing, they're legit.
I was just gonna say, as long as he has air in his lungs
Yeah, as long
and
as he
a
has air in his
pulse to move
lungs, he's going to
his,
be fine.
yeah.
Like that's all that really matters. I mean, the defense has blown him leads in the past, but there's no Mahomes, there's no
This is
Lamar
his,
this
all right.
time. This
This is the
is
easiest path
he's ever
he
going
is
to have.
going to get to go to the World Series. So he was the Aaron Judge. Um, it's the same concept though, right? This is the
Basically,
easiest it's going to ever be for him to win a championship in Buffalo. Contender.
yes,
Pittsburgh Steelers.
pretender. They haven't won a playoff game in 15 years. So they're pretenders every year.
I think losing DK hurts them more than people are
Yeah,
going
like
to let
they're
on.
gonna win the division by default because the rest of the division stinks.
Well, yeah, because the Ravens
The
are
Ravens blew it,
cooked, Bengals
cooked.
cooked, and it's the Browns. So yeah,
Yeah, so they're
they
gonna win it by default. They're gonna host the playoff game and they're gonna lose 21-10.
Jaguars.
I'm gonna be honest. I think the Jaguars are legit because they're beating real teams. They're beating good teams and they're putting up a lot of points, and no one's talking about them. And
No one's talking about him.
Liam Cohen is a coach of the year candidate. Trevor Lawrence is playing.
Duval.
Trevor Lawrence is playing the best ball of his career, and it's not close. The trade for Jacoby Myers was genius because Brian Thomas Jr. is a bust. So they immediately recognized it and they got Jacoby Myers in there.
Inked him up to an extension, too.
Yeah, because guess what? He deserves it. He was doing really, really
You know
well
what?
for him.
Shout out to him. You know what? Suffered through this to get to that. Good for him. Good for him.
Good for him is right.
Texans,
Pretender. The
contender.
the offense isn't good enough. CJ Stroud's a bust too. That's a player who just never was after that lightning in a bottle rookie year. He just was not able to adjust to the new defenses that were adjusting to him. And yeah, I just think that's what the issue is because it's obvious that who D'Amico Ryans is a hell of a coach. I mean, the Texans have the best defense in football. So, yeah, pretender.
Um, Broncos. We just said they're pretenders.
I'm very 50-50 on them because, it is still Sean Payton. Like, it is. I don't really know how great Bo Nix is. All I know is that he's good in the fourth quarter. Maybe he could start proving people wrong in the playoffs because they are going to go to the playoffs. But I still don't really know if Bo Nix is anything great. So
Chargers.
I think, see, that's tough too. I think if they were healthy, I think they would be legit. I think they're not healthy enough. Um, I think Harbaugh is always legit. I just think they're so decimated by injuries up front that I just think they're going to get overwhelmed. I mean, they've been doing a hell of a job in the meantime because they haven't been playing kind of strong opponents. So that's tough for me
Herbert's a
too.
clown.
Listen,
Herbert's a punk. It's a
you would
punk bitch.
you would shoot someone for Justin Herbert right now on the Raiders. So I
Nah,
don't want to hear it.
nah, nah. I don't like them.
20 teams would rather have Justin Herbert than what they have. So
Good for them. So what we're saying is
I'm going
that
to call him a pretender because of the injuries.
there you go. That's what I wanted to hear out of you. So can we unanimously say that the Super Bowl uh, is going to run through the AFC East?
Yeah.
Pats or Bills?
I think at the end of the day, it'll be the Bills because they've already beaten the Pats. I think Drake May is young. I think that's a young team, and I think they need to learn how to win. And in order to learn how to win in the playoffs, you have to lose in the playoffs first. Although I think Mike Vrabel might just scrape him out of for all we know, the Patriots could win the Super Bowl. So, like I said, I don't think, I think they're contenders. I think the two true contenders in the AFC East are the Bills and the Patriots. If you put a gun to my head, I'm going to say the Bills because Josh Allen's been there before in the playoffs and he knows what's needed for them to win. Drake May hasn't experienced that yet, so that's an unknown. So we don't know that. So gun to my head, it's going to run through Buffalo.
Right now, I'll agree with you. I agree with that. It's like we said. I think Josh Allen, the path is there,
The
buddy.
path is there.
The path is there, my man. Um, Flip side, Philadelphia Eagles.
I think they're pretenders this year. Eagles fans are just, I mean, Eagles fans will tell you their sports radio are just, they're having field days. Our resident Eagles fan, Jason, about a week or so ago, uh, himself admitted that Jalen Hurts is not an elite quarterback. So I think we could finally put that.
Oh,
I think
did you
we
get
could.
that on tape?
It's in the chat. So it's written in stone.
All right.
But obviously that doesn't matter or care for Eagles fans because he's obviously good enough to win you a Super Bowl. But it's pretty obvious to that fan base, kind of like the rest of the free world knows that he's carried heavily, and I think he's a vastly overrated quarterback. And I think this year has proven that. He did tie his career high in passing touchdowns with 23. So, very good job for that. 23 passing touchdowns is his career high. Did you know that's not even more than Daniel Jones's career high? Really good, folks.
Uh,
I think they're pretenders this year because there's just so much animosity in that locker room. It's like something's just going on there.
what's gonna give? Like the
Yeah,
levees are about to burst.
I think AJ Brown is going to be a Patriot next year. Like even Jason, me and Jason were talking at a Christmas party recently. He's like, AJ Brown's gone. They're going to trade him. So it looks like Saquon's lost the step. It looks like he just blew his gasket last year to get that ring, and that's all that really matters too. This just has 2023 written all over it. I mean, they don't have a great point differential. The defense is the only thing really keeping them together. Going into last week's games, they only had one more total touchdown on the year than the Giants did. They're so inconsistent, and I don't see them as real contenders.
Agree. Agree on every
The,
point
the
right
the
there.
offense is too vanilla. Like the offense is
Well, yeah,
too
their
it's too
offensive
bad.
their OC needs to be drug out into the streets of North Philly and just
Listen, the OC is bad, but
well, the OC's bad. You have a quarterback that's not a quarterback.
yeah,
Your
he's a
offensive
fullback.
line pales in comparison to what it was a
2 years
year
ago.
ago, two
Yeah,
years ago.
they're older
Like,
now.
like it's a big drop off, and them missing Kelsey,
Is a big deal.
that's a legit thing. And
I think they're missing Kellen Moore too, who's doing a pretty okay job with the Saints right now.
I I heard something. I was watching the game, and like if there's, I mean, there's smoke, there's fire. That they were reaching out to Kelsey to come out of retirement.
Oh, I 100% believe that because they got Mason Graham to come out of retirement.
Like, come on,
Yeah,
come on,
because they
what's
they probably wanted someone to help stabilize the locker room because Nick Sirianni isn't a coach. He's not a coach. I mean, Eagles fans have had enough of this guy. He's not a coach. He's there to manage the personalities, and he can't even do that anymore. It's like Steve Kerr with the Warriors. It's like, does this guy really coach, or does he, high five Steph Curry? Like
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I don't want to hear it. Like there's just no talent there. And every single OC that this guy brings on is either terrible or they go and become head coaches somewhere else. So, like, does Nick Sirianni actually do anything? Like, this is, I don't think he should have credit for any of the success that they've had.
He's the benefactor of having a good OC, and when the OC isn't good, it shows
Yeah,
in buckets.
it shows in buckets, but you know what? The OC can't throw horrendous picks like Jalen Hurts does.
Um,
So yeah, to answer your question, I think
Pretender.
I think the Eagles are pretenders this year.
Bears.
I think the Bears are contenders. I think they have a strong defense. Ben Johnson has this team completely reinvigorated. Clearly can tell that he was the mastermind in Detroit. He has brought that to Chicago. Caleb is having the best year of his career. He had a miracle touchdown throw. I mean, the way the Bears won that game is stuff
My
of
God.
legend.
My
I mean,
God.
Listen,
David.
I think Caleb I think Caleb is obviously a good quarterback. He's having a really good year statistically. His completion percentage is not good. I think that's something he'll probably always struggle with in his career. I mean, he has a 58% completion percentage, which is it's not good. He doesn't turn the ball over. So we're going to see what he does in the playoffs. We're going to see what this kid has in the playoffs, and we're going to see if Ben Johnson thinks he's good enough to keep around. But
Ben
there's
Johnson
talent on the
is
Bears, man. They're well coached.
he's
That's a good defense.
squeezing everything he can out of Caleb Williams
Yes.
and is making it work. He's turned Swift and Monangai into a two-headed monster like he did with Gibbs and Montgomery. Dunes is hurt right now, but you got DJ Moore, who's when you go to him,
He's
he's a
reliable.
yeah, e- exactly.
He's reliable.
Um, you got Luther Burden, who he was hurt too, but
Yeah, he's hurt a little.
he's shown flashes. Loveland has come on. I contender
Contender.
for as long as Ben Johnson can work his
Yeah, I do think you're going to hear me say contender more often for the NFC because I think the NFC is stronger this year.
um Packers.
I think they're now pretenders. Jordan Love hasn't really been healthy lately. Losing Micah Parsons hurts tremendously. I don't think they're better than the Bears. So I'm going to call them pretenders.
I think with Love going down with the concussion, it extremely limits them. Um, Josh Jacobs is banged up.
Yeah, I just think they're hurt. Tucker Kraft is hurt. Matthew Golden, their first round pick, has done absolutely nothing. He can't stay healthy either. That's looking like ugh. That's looking like ugh. So
And this that Matthew Golden was their first
offensive first
wide
wide
receiver
receiver.
in the first round in
Yeah, and he's done. He's
40 years, I think.
yeah.
Like,
He's done as much as my printer has over here.
and you know what? They're not going to draft another wide receiver in the first round for
Yeah, not
another
after
four
that. Not after what this kid's done.
for another 40 years. Yeah, just a rough go to close out the year for Green Bay. So I'll go pretenders as well. Um, oh, NFC South. Panthers.
They're all pretenders. Every single one of them. We
Okay.
don't even have to get in, we don't have to get in depth. We can move on. Whether it be Bucks, whether it be Panthers, they're every single one of them. They're pretenders. They're clearly not good enough. None of them actually wants to win a football game to try to actually host a playoff game. Bryce Young's too inconsistent. He's still not the answer.
He's inconsistent. Baker's been banged up.
Yeah, Baker's banged up. Like he's playing hurt. The Bucks themselves are playing hurt. Bucky's still not 100% clearly. So, yeah.
And I would love for the Bucks to, if of any year, like I would love for like this to be like that year they bam, they catch fire real quick and Baker Mayfield in a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That would be fun. But yeah, pretender. Um NFC West. We got options in the NFC West.
Yes.
Um Seahawks.
I think the Seahawks are contenders. Sam Darnold has now shown he could be a good quarterback for multiple different teams. Obviously, you worry about what he's going to do in the postseason, but the Seahawks are so well rounded.
That defense, man.
That defense is so good. That rookie,
Turnover
yeah.
machines.
I mean, Mike McDonald is doing a phenomenal job there. The run game has been a little inconsistent, but Jackson Smith and Jigba has been carrying the offense. It's shown. They've won big games. They've won big games, and I think they're a team that no one wants to play, even with Darnold not having postseason success. I will call the Seahawks contenders.
Yeah, no one wants to deal with that 12th man.
No, no
12th
one
man
wants to
is
play in Seattle.
12th man is a real thing.
Yep.
49ers.
I have to call the 49ers legit too because they just win. They just continue to win. And
Purdy's healthy.
Purdy's now healthy. George Kittle's healthy. Jawan Jennings is healthy. CMC is healthy. They're going to get Fred Warner back for the playoffs. I mean, the 49ers can go on a run. That's another team that no one's really talking about because
Under the radar.
Under the radar because they've been hurt. We have
Yeah.
Mac Jones play
Majority
most
of the
for a
year.
majority of the year, but they kept winning because Kyle Shanahan is still one of the best coaches on the planet. And as long as that team is healthy,
Ricky Pearsall, he's been hurt.
yeah,
Like
like they're gonna win. They're gonna continue to win. I'm gonna call the 49ers contenders as well.
Rams.
Rams are my Super Bowl favorites. So
Okay. So
they've
this is your gun to your head.
gun to my head. I think it's going to be the Rams again, mainly because, yeah, they've lost some really, really close games to other really, really good teams. You know, like their losses came to, you know, like teams like the Eagles, teams like the Seahawks. Now, there were a couple of Fugazi calls in those games by the refs that did not help them. Even with Devontae Adams hurt, they're going to hold him out until the playoffs anyway, till he gets healthy. It's just they're the most complete team in the league. The offense averages 40 points a game. The defense holds people down. Both those coordinators are going to be head coaches maybe next cycle. Sean McVay is still the top of the top. Matt Stafford is the MVP of the league. Yeah,
I was
he
gonna get to that. Is
it should
Stafford
it's
your MVP?
he is the MVP. It's not Drake May. I love everybody to death, but it's not Drake May. The numbers are not even close to what Matthew Stafford's doing right now. I mean, he's going to finish the year with almost 50 touchdowns. We have 2 weeks left. Like, unless, I mean, he might sit week 18, depending on if their seeding is like locked in. I know they're still fighting for a division. So that the division is probably going to go on to the last week. If that's the case, he's going to finish the year with 50 touchdown passes. So I mean, he's
Or
going to win it.
4,100 yards, 40 tuds, 5 picks, a 112 passer rating.
Yeah, he's the MVP. And I understand people want to also say Josh Allen, but I think he has too many turnovers. And I understand he is Buffalo. Without him, Buffalo isn't anything. But I mean, the Rams, if they don't have Matt Stafford, they're not anything right now either. Like they still do have a strong defense and they got weapons on offense, but are they really a 12-win team with Jimmy Garoppolo? No, they're not. So
No, no, they win 5 games with Jimmy Garoppolo.
yeah. So gun to my head, I think the Rams will win Super Bowl. I think Stafford gets his first MVP, and I think he wins his second Super Bowl ring.
So you're predicting
I
the
think it'll be.
Rams over the Bills.
I have Rams over Bills in the Super Bowl, or Rams Patriots. Either way, the Rams are coming out of the NFC.
Think right now I'm gonna go with the under the radar, and I'm gonna go with the 49ers coming out of the West in the Super Bowl. Bills, Niners, Super Bowl. Josh Allen holds up his first Lombard.
Okay. Okay. Understandable. So let's go. Let's take our picks for this upcoming week. Wick, listen to me.
Wick, the old Wick.
Little Wick. We'll
Oh,
make our picks, and if we have anything to say in regards to any other teams, obviously we'll say it. And
well, I mean, we'll be able to talk because it's the Tank Bowl.
the tank ball, we will talk about the tank ball. Don't worry, folks. So yeah, we'll finish up with that, and then we'll call it a night. So we already had a couple of Christmas games that we already discussed, so we won't have to discuss those anymore. Next game that we have a couple Saturday games. Texans versus Chargers. This is actually my upset of the week. I'm going to take the Texans. I think the defense is going to be just too much for Herbert and that injured offensive line. And I think the Texans steal one in LA.
I also am going to take the Texans on this. That defense is still pretty good. Again, Chargers are banged up.
Yeah.
So Texans.
Next, Ravens versus Packers. No Lamar, no Jordan Love.
What
Packers
a
are
shit
home.
game that's going to be. No one's going to watch that game.
No. But you know what? I think Malik Willis is better than Tyler Huntley, so I'm going to take the Packers at home.
Malik Willis. Yeah. Malik Willis is definitely better than Snoop Huntley, but they have similar comparison between the both of them. They're both mobile quarterbacks. Um, I feel like Huntley no, moves that offense for the Packers better than Snoop Huntley moves for the Ravens. I think the Ravens are going to be very reliant on
Derrick Henry,
Derrick Henry in this game.
which I'm
Um,
sure the Packers will be heavily reliant on Josh Jacobs too.
and you know what? That's cool. A
And
running
that's
back
cool.
game.
But you know what? The Packers defense is better than the Ravens defense.
Yeah, they
So
are. This is a home game for the Packers. Yeah, I'll go Packers on this.
next is Bucks Dolphins. I'll take the Bucks. The Dolphins are donezo. They're playing Quinn Ewers for the rest of the way. My Tua has played his last snap for Miami. They will move on from him in the offseason. They will eat $99 million in dead cap
Oh
if they
my
cannot trade him
God.
because they're not going
Oh
to trade
my
him.
God. That's a ton of money. They are
Yeah,
in cap hell right
they're
now.
in cap hell. They're going to be in a full blown rebuild. Mike McDaniel will return. Whether that's a good decision or not, we will find out. But
That was announced?
that's confirmed. He will be returning.
Wow.
Yep, he will be returning.
That is,
He will be returning, and Tua will not. They picked the coach over the quarterback.
I mean, I would have picked the coach over the quarterback too
Yeah, I think Tua was never any good. So
if you made me pick one of them. Realistically, I think what's best for that team is just
a reset.
full blown.
Yep, full blown reset. So I'm gonna take the uh
Wow, so the new
Bucks.
GM coming in is gonna
Is gonna have
reteam.
to inherit Mike McDaniel.
Wow, that's interesting.
That's why when the Giants fire their GM, the best candidates will go to them because they will be able to pick their own head coach.
There you go.
There you go. So I'm guessing you're picking Bucks too, right?
Bucks too.
Yeah. Next is my blowout of the week: Patriots Jets. I mean, the Jets are starting their undrafted rookie, who's been assholeitis, and the Patriots just own the Jets. The Jets broke the league record for most consecutive weeks without an
Oh
interception.
my God. So I
So
saw this. This was so the year, not last year, the year before when was it last year when CMC was just going automatic
2 years ago, that was
2 years ago.
2023.
So when he was automatic, and if you would have parlayed him anytime Tud and just kept rolling that over, and it was like well over $1 million.
Yeah.
If you would have started the year and bet that the Jets would not have an interception
Whew.
and parlayed that over and over, you would be well over $1 million right now.
That's crazy. That's
Man,
so crazy.
what? Like I would have. You don't think of those types of. I'm
You
gonna
just
bet.
don't think of it.
I'm gonna bet no interceptions on Geno Smith against the Jets this week. Like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, it defies logic with how bad the Jets defense was this year. I mean, they fired Steve Wilkes. I mean, he's a disaster. He was always a disaster wherever he went. So,
Yeah, Drake May is not throwing an interception this week.
no. No. So, yeah, that's my blowout.
Um, I'm looking right now. Seems like a seems like a good time to hit the old blowout of the week. That's a good one. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll we'll stack our chips on that one.
Yes.
Sorry, I'll tip my cap to the old yeehaw man down in HEB land. Sorry,
HEB land.
sorry there, partner. We're
We love to see
rootin',
it.
tootin', shooting good time when the Patriots dust up the New York Jets.
Next is Steelers Browns. The Steelers need to clinch the division with a win. I think they do that here. I mean, Shador Sanders still really isn't anything special. Miles Garrett is on the verge of breaking Michael Strahan's record. I think he actually does do it against the Steelers because Aaron Rodgers can't move.
Wouldn't this be fitting?
It would be
Oh,
fitting.
Aaron Rodgers rolls out and just does a little fake fucking give me up slide, just like Brett Favre did for Strahan.
Yep.
It would be perfect.
Yeah, and it would be a legit record because this is week 17.
Yeah.
Because this is the we're now in the age of the extra game,
We're
so this
we're
would be a
we're not
legit
this would
record.
be this would be the final.
Yeah, 100%. I will take the Steelers though. I think Shador still stinks.
Shador does stink, even with half of a pinky missing too.
Ugh.
Yeah, go Steelers.
Next, Jaguars Colts. I'm gonna take the Jaguars. I mean, I love Philip Rivers. This Philip Rivers experiment has been really entertaining and actually really damning when you think about it. I mentioned this the other day. The state of quarterback play in the NFL is really, really bad.
Dude,
Because if a 44-year-old grandfather can come off his couch after not playing for 5 years and automatically be better than half the league, there's a huge problem. I
that's
understand
in,
he's a Hall of Famer, but this generation of quarterback
it's
is not better.
insane. It's insane to think.
There's either a quarterback development problem or these quarterbacks are just not as good as the previous one. And I think it's a little bit of both.
Both.
I think the way we develop quarterbacks today is not correct. And I think we're just the way we develop quarterbacks today is, well, can he play?
Yeah, trial by fire. Oh, here you go.
Yeah.
You're
Oh, is he a superstar? Oh, can he do things like Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen? Okay, cool. Then that's our guy. Like that's really
it's
what it is.
unreasonable expectations.
Yeah. Everything is about now, 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 now.
I mean, look at Sam Darnold, right? Perfect example of a
Yeah. He needed
guy
he needed a few years.
needed some seasoning under his belt before you can make a case for him. I mean, I curse him out every single week and he's a piece of shit, but look at Geno Smith. He took him the right
7 years
the right situation in
to finally have a
Seattle
good couple years.
to flourish a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, it's it's all a matter of how you're brought up. And like look at Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, but in the right setting and the right coaching flourishes. So yeah, I mean Philip Rivers, 44 years old, outdated, overweight, and throwing the ball like a fucking shot put. And he was the Colts' best option. Is just insane.
It's insane. It's
Um,
insane that they felt like they looked around and said, all these guys are terrible. We need to see if Philip wants to come back.
that's yeah. I'm pretty sure Riley Leonard's starting this week.
Is he?
I I, I heard in the last game that when the Colts lost last week, they were tossing the idea around
He's not going to play.
of letting Riley
No,
run the last
absolutely.
two games.
Absolutely not. Philip Rivers is going to play. They're not eliminated yet. Philip is going to play.
They're still in?
They're still in it.
All right.
They still have a chance to, because I know the Jaguars clinched the spot. They
So the
haven't.
Colts are gonna have to win out and need help probably.
Yeah, they need to win out, and the Jaguars need to lose out. But they're still at play for the division.
So all right. So if they
But the
lose this
Jaguars are going to
game,
win and wrap it up, so it doesn't
yeah.
matter.
All right. Fair. Jaguars take this.
Saint,
Duval.
next is Saints Titans. I'm going to pick the Saints. I like what Kellen Moore's doing down there. Tyler Shuck and the Saints are kind of building something a little bit. I think Cam Ward's a bust. I think he's not a good quarterback. I think
He's
the
a bad
Titans.
Saw him firsthand in Nashville.
Yeah, he's a bad quarterback. They should have took Jackson Dart. Hate to say it, but Yeah, I'm going to take the Saints. I think Shuck is better. I think he's proven that he's better. If it wasn't for the Saints being in cap hell, they'd be able to build this team up pretty quickly. But they're just in cap hell. They're 72 million in the negative in this upcoming offseason. So
Yikes.
they're not going to be able to do anything. But I will take the Saints this week.
I will also take the Saints this week and the Shaka baby, my fantasy football championship quarterback right here, taking me to the promised land. Let's go, Pittsburgh Feelers. Boom.
Love to see it. Next is Seahawks Panthers. I'm going to have the Seahawks on this one. They're going to try to, they're going to try to clinch a division here. The Panthers, I understand they're flying across the country, and the Panthers defense is pretty decent, but they're too inconsistent for me. I'm going to take the Seahawks.
My bold prediction of the week: the Seattle Seahawks defense scores more than the Carolina Panthers offense.
Hmm. I like that.
Seahawks, baby.
Next, Cardinals Bengals. Joey B in Cincinnati trying to finish out the year strong. I'm going to take the Bengals over the Cardinals. I mean, Jonathan Gannon is probably going to be let go, handed a pink slip in 2 weeks. So I'm going to take the Bengals pretty easily here.
This is going to be my upset of the week. And I mean, it's not really much of an upset, but I'm going to go the Cardinals and Bengals defense. They got nothing. I mean, I know they blew out the Finns last week. They hung a big number on them, but
Yes,
I don't know. It's one game. I feel like Cardinals are better on offense than the Dolphins are,
I
even with
agree.
even with Brissett and not having Michael Carter as your running back. I still think the Cardinals offense is better than the Dolphins. Yeah, I'll go upset of the week. I'll go Cardinals.
All right. Next is the main event of the weekend that everyone's looking forward to. The most talked about game in the week is my New York Football Giants travel to Las Vegas to take on Raiders or Pete's Raiders. The Tankathon is in full effect.
Just tank, baby.
The Raiders have placed Brock Bowers and IR before this game. They shut Max Crosby down before this game, a day after he said, I don't give a shit about that pick. My job is to be the best defensive end in the world.
In the world.
In the world. And the Raiders
And
said,
they said, you know what?
listen,
He's
pal.
he's up, Max. We're gonna need you to go home for 2 weeks.
Yeah. So the Giants responded by having Andrew Thomas be out, their starting center, and their starting free safety.
The Giants
Um,
said, we see what you're doing, and you know what? We're gonna tell our offensive line just to go to Mexico right now.
yes. This is very much for the number one pick. The Giants and the Raiders have been two of the worst teams in the league. The
All
rate,
year.
the Raiders probably need this pick more because it gives them Fernando Mendoza. The Giants already have their quarterback, and if any player or person in this planet saying that if they get the number one pick, they should trade Dart and draft Fernando because that has been flown around like
Oh no.
Colin Cowherd and a couple of other Giants
That
fans.
is
That is
insane.
insanity. This is Josh Allen Jr., people.
The
I do not
only
care about his 33 passing yard game last week. That is an elite defense. That is an elite defensive coordinator that eats up rookie quarterbacks. And that rookie quarterback has an interim head coach, an interim offensive coordinator, an interim defensive coordinator without his running back one and without his wide receiver one. And now he will be without his left tackle. I don't want to hear fucking shit about Jackson Dart regressing. Do you see what he has to deal with regressing? Give me a fucking break. This guy is the real deal. And because this guy is the real deal, the Giants are not shutting him down. They want him to get the game reps. If you had to put a gun to my head, I do think the Giants win this game because of Jackson Dart. Ashton Genty might have 3 touchdowns because that's how bad this run defense is. But Pete Carroll is stubborn and also a bad coach at this stage of his career and is going to want Geno to throw the ball to nobody. And that'll allow Abdul Carter and Brian Burns to sandwich him, knock him out of the game.
Giants are going to have 7 sacks.
Yeah, they're going to knock him out of the game. Kenny Pickett's going to come in and ensure the tank. The Giants are not losing this game, people. I'm sorry. They're not losing this game. If they do, good Lord. But it's not going to happen. Dart's going to
If
have a bounce back game. They're going to have 7 sacks on Geno Smith because he can't move. You just know it's going to happen because us Giants fans are not that lucky. Because when if the Giants got the number 1 pick, they would trade down with either the Raiders or the Jets, who would want Fernando and make a bidding war, and that accelerates the rebuild for our new GM and new head coach. But we're not that lucky. They're not worse than the Raiders. They're just not. So I'm going to take the Giants, unfortunately, in the Tankathon.
I mean, you're hammering every nail right now. Just bam, 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 just whack-a-mole right now. Um, do I do I want the Raiders to have the first overall pick? I mean, obviously, yes. If that ensures us to get
Fernando, of course.
Fernando, yes. However, I get why Max Crosby would be pissed off because again, he is elite of elite of elite,
Yes.
and
Yes, he is.
he is a dog, and he wants to win, and he wants to be the best in the world at what he does, and can't fault the man. However, Max, I love you. Rest up, man.
Take
Rest
take
up.
take a couple weeks.
Take a couple weeks, recharge the batteries, go fly out to Mexico, go meet up with old Brock Bowers.
Go to Cabo for a
Gotta go to
month.
Cabo. Keep it warm for Ashton when he gets over there. Um, but yeah, I don't see the Giants being the problem that the Raiders don't get the first overall pick. I know what's gonna happen. We're gonna lose god awfully to the Giants, and I'm gonna begrudgingly, I'm gonna smile at that. I'm never not gonna pick the Raiders to win. The Raiders are my pick to win, but they're not going to. The game that worries me is week 18 against the Chiefs.
Oof.
That if we were going to lose that game, we're probably gonna have to just forfeit. That's what's gonna bite us in the ass.
Because Dart's going to have 3 touchdowns
Yeah,
against the Raiders. Like, there's
Dart's
no
gonna have
way he doesn't
Dart's
have
gonna have
three.
two on the ground
Yeah,
probably.
he'll have 2 on the ground, 2 in the air. It'll be the best day of his career, and everyone's going to go, "Oh, see, the Giants have the guy."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, and also do not anything that Colin Coward has to say.
just stop listening to him and listen to us.
Just yeah, we we should be your go-to source for
Yeah,
NFL
tell
news.
tell Colin Cowherd right here, folks. See that? Tell
Right
Colin
there,
Cowherd to go
boom.
fuck himself
Yeah,
right here.
listen, get
Hey, look,
yourself
I'll do
on a
this right here.
get,
Everyone, go put your phone up to the YouTube screen.
yeah,
Put your phone up. If
yeah.
you're on
Click that.
television, click it.
Click
Click
that
that
link right
right there.
there.
Scan your
Boom.
phone in.
That's
Boom.
Dog Talk Sports right there. That'll take you to the official Instagram of Dog Talk Sports. No filters, just dogs.
You damn right.
You follow us on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on the YouTube channel, because right now it's just Tank Baby, but you know what? You got to show up for the boys. Um, and you know what? Next year, if you want to get on the Christmas card list and you want to get an official Dog Talk tag in the mail, you drop your follow down below in the comments, baby.
Yep, I got two
That's
boxes. I got 2 boxes here. So
old Dano. Yeehaw, HEB land. He got a nice little shipment with his Christmas card. Filled that baby up. Some stocking stuffers right there. The official covering up Ray's dog face right there. I love it right there.
cover up race face. Okay,
You
hold on. Here we
know?
go.
Ah, just kidding,
So
Greg. We love
yes,
you.
I'm picking the Giants. Pete's picking the Raiders. My game of the week is next. Eagles Bills in Buffalo. I'm going to take the Bills here because again, I'm afraid of the inconsistency of the Eagles offense. I'm not afraid of Josh Allen. I understand he's hurt. He's nursing a foot injury, so that may compromise his rushing ability a little bit.
There was talks about sitting him. I don't think he sits because he's a gamer.
I don't think he sits either because I think they need to win this game. The Eagles really don't. They clinched the division, so I could see them kind of being a little fugazi with this game. So that's why I'm going to pick the Bills.
I'm going Bills in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills circle the wagon.
Next is Bears 49ers. This was almost my game of the week. I'm going to change it. I'm going
This
to
is my
change it.
this is my double game of the week right here.
Yeah, because the Niners are home. Both these teams have clinched the playoff spot, but both of these teams are looking to clinch their divisions. They're looking to get a higher seed. There's still a lot to play for. This is a big, big, big test for the Chicago Bears. If they could go into San Francisco and get a win,
I
that
mean,
is
if
a
this
huge,
could
huge
be
deal.
this could be home field advantage to
It
the
could,
playoffs if Seattle
yeah,
loses. So yeah,
exactly.
you're playing hearts out. Oof, boy. I mean, what a story this would. This would be a massive upset of the week if the Bears can go
Yes.
into
I
California.
unfortunately, I unfortunately will not pick them. I will pick the 49ers.
Man, fuck it. I'm going Bears upset of the week. What this would be a statement win
It'd be the
for
biggest. It'd be
for
the
Ben
biggest regular
Johnson.
season win in the Bears
Be-
have seen in a long time.
yeah, this would be massive. They win this game, they go to 12-4.
If they win this game,
Oof.
they're legit to make the Super
Man,
Bowl.
imagine a scenario where the Bears home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Playoff football in Chicago. Do you
In
realize how
Soldier Field,
raucous that crowd would be?
they will lose their minds. That's
Wow.
home field. That's legit home field. I will
Man.
take the 49ers because
Well,
little the team's
yeah.
young. This is a
It's the
young team.
49ers.
It's still the 49ers. This is still Kyle Shanahan. I'm going to take the Niners at home. If it was in Chicago, I would probably take the Bears, but I'm going to play it safe like the Duffer Brothers in Stranger Things. I will play it safe and I'm going to take the 49ers.
Playing it safe like the Duffer Brothers. And for those that are just listening to this, the second installment of season 5 of the old Stranger Things dropped on Christmas night. And judging by this, Zach has watched it and he's processed it and he's ho hum about it.
It is universally considered the worst set of episodes this show has ever had. It ain't
Just,
just me.
I
It's
mean,
shit. It's pure shit. But anyway, next.
as the ever optimist over here, no spoilers on here, obviously,
No spoilers, obviously.
but I'm content with it.
It's because you like bad stuff. Exactly. Oh, here, hold on. We like bad stuff.
Yeah, nothing but yeah. Just if you got a bad product for us, shill it
I'm
out to
all
us,
over it.
and we're all over it. Ray will buy 10 jerseys with his name on.
So I'm taking 49ers. Pete's taking Bears.
I'm gonna take the Bears. Yeah, that's a fun way to cap off the old holiday episode.
There's one game left.
What do we got?
We got Rams Falcons as the
Oh, all
final
right,
game.
all right.
Well, I'm taking the Rams. The Falcons are terrible.
Yeah, Falcons are pieces of dog shit.
Yes. So yes, now it's over.
So yeah, so I hope everyone had a happy, a healthy holiday season, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Bar Mitzvahs,
All of the above.
Christmakas, all the above. Have a happy and safe New Year because probably
Yes.
when's New Year? Wednesday?
Wednesday, yeah.
Wednesday. So yeah, we probably get a New Year's edition in next week. By then, the Tankathon will have happened. Um, we'll see.
We
I
shall
mean,
see. Good luck to everyone in their fantasy football
yeah,
championships.
don't be a bonehead like me and not set your lineup and then realize a minute into the game that, oh man, I got George Pickens and Brandon Aubrey on the bench in the championships. People want to know how that happens and just, ugh. I'd like to give you an answer that didn't qualify me as a grade A asshole, but all signs point to that. Um, and then you have Jared Goff just shoot you right in the foot.
Wah, wah, wah.
So that's looking like a second place. But in our league, in the Premier League that Zach has won, that Dan has won, that Ray has won,
My championship trophy is in my display shelf.
you know who doesn't have one of those? This guy. But that could change
That could change.
after Sunday. 15 years of hard work, hard money put into this league, a lot of sleepless nights could be the reason. And you know what? Ashton Genty, you keep putting 3 touchdowns into the universe. Boy, that could help a lot until 5 minutes before game time and they say, "Hey, Ashton, the plane to Cancun is leaving, and you have a seat next to Max Crosby and Brock Bowers." Hopefully not, though.
Hate to see it.
Hate to see it. So, yeah, like, subscribe, comment, hit us up on the socials. Let's build the following. Be a
Build it.
friend, tell a
Build.
friend. You know what? Drop your address and I'll send you an official dog talk card in the mail.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
And the
Do it.
audio for Spotify and Apple should be much improved
Much
this week.
improved. We
Much improved.
apologize for
Obviously,
the
the YouTube
issues.
version is the premier way to watch this show.
Yeah,
But
you get to see
yes.
our lovely faces.
Ugh, ugh, ugh.
Yeah. Mm.
I mean, I've been leaning back all night, so they haven't really been able to see much, but that's okay.
I'm just getting all up in there. Oh, close up.
Listen, I like my personal space. All right.
I'm I'm all up in you.
That's
All right, that's enough of us, but
enough. We stink.
we're terrible. Happy New Year. Um,
Happy New Year from all of us here at Dog Talk Sports. Hoorah.